Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Ray. Hello. It's great to see you. Good morning, Amanda. Really excited. Yes, I'm very excited. Angela, hello to you too. I am very excited to talk today about gaslighting, and I hope you're all just as excited as I am. Just really excited to see just how gaslighting affects your different bodies, what gaslighting is. Are you even feeling like you have been gaslit? I know it's a sort of trending kind of word or awareness, and so it will be fun to see how we all take it and interpret it and feel it. Brenda, good morning from Dundas, Ontario. Excited too. Fantastic, Brenda. I was born in Ontario. Never heard of gaslighting. Gaslighting is a term which refers to somebody, and everybody speak up to what it is. Actually, usually I redefine or define what the word is beforehand during my preamble. And actually today I didn't get the literal definition of it. I did not Google what is the definition, but gaslighting is essentially somebody overpowering you, which makes you doubt your mind, your beliefs, your emotions, your being. So they're just really creating quite a overpowering in a way that you don't know or doubt your truth. And gaslighting and narcissism sort of go hand in hand, and both of them is giving. I'm going to speak it from our lens because today it's about our self-empowerment. And if I say it in the other way, then we're empowering them, but it's really about giving away our power. Both narcissism and gaslighting, I think, are connected. They're quite connected. And I think narcissists tend to gaslight people, and both of us is us as individuals really giving our power away. And so what is today about? What is every day about? Every day is about us being more empowered, aligned with our truth, our inner power, and recognizing habits, trends, conditioning that have allowed us to give our power away and to take it back with a sense of confidence, clarity, knowing, truth, inner power, alignment. Just give me, what is it that you want? Kathy, good morning from Utah. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. So my preamble that I put in the window was really, what does gaslighting mean to you? What is it that you would like to know? Do you feel like you have been gaslit? And what is the feeling? Because ultimately we want to go through all the bodies. And gaslighting came up as a title for us to do during an inspiration. During one of our previous inspirations where we were talking about letting go of trauma and trauma stories, and really how do we rescript trauma, and rescripting trauma came from rescripting victim stories. So I just am always finding it so fascinating how the titles and the topics of our inspirations are evolving from other inspirations. So gaslighting came from trauma, and trauma came from victim stories. So they're all attached. So essentially gaslighting has caused a lot of trauma within us, and trauma is a outcome of us being victim to others and to life. And today we will go to the lowest common denominator, understand the elements of it, and really start to pave the way for us to let go. Geraldine, good morning to you. Looking good. Thank you. It's a beautiful day. I thought we were going to be indoors, but the temperature feels crisp enough to be outdoors. So I'm excited to be out here and excited to talk about gaslighting, and excited to talk about it from the lens, which I've said of many times, of growth, of empowerment, of compassion, of love, of the desire to script what it is, and to recognize that our past are clues to help us to decondition from beliefs, from thoughts, from feelings, from being, to allow us to create the life that we desire, for us to live the life to desire, for us to be in joy, to be in happiness, to be in peace, to be in alignment, for us to feel good. And ultimately, what is it everybody that wants from life? Okay, let's put it in the window. Let's start getting the engagement. What is it that you want from life? So we talk about gaslighting. What about this topic drew you? What about this topic drew you? Is there something particular that you feel like you want to detangle from it? Or what is it that you want from life? Because any topic is relevant to every single one of us, every topic. So whether or not you feel that you have been gaslit in the past, it's not relevant. The topic is really a topic for us to see what part of the body and how are we coming into alignment? How are we sort of coming into the recognition, awareness of patterns? How are we starting to understand conditioning? And then from that, we start to understand how to decouple from conditioning. So what is it that you all want to feel? And do you feel that you are, and I don't like the word gaslighting, and you all know that I like to detach from nouns or verbs or adjectives or whatever it might be that defines something. So let's not even call it gaslighting, which feels so strong and overpowering and victim-y. Let's maybe talk about, do you feel like you're not honored? Your word isn't honored. You're not able to express yourself, that you're not able to speak your truth, that somebody makes you doubt yourself. So gaslighting is a very extreme label for self-doubt in all your bodies. Four bodies. Egoic body, which is where we carry our beliefs, maybe our subconscious thoughts. We call them subconscious thoughts, but they're really the beliefs that come in when we're feeling conditioned and conditioning is coming out. Our egoic body, our mental body is where our thoughts are. Our emotional body, our feelings and our expression of joy or anger or sadness, and our physical body, the person that we are, the journey that we are, the being. So if you're not able, or you doubt yourself in 1, 2, 3, 4, any of or all four of those bodies, that's what the term gaslighting will be used as today. But again, I don't always like to say gaslighting, because it has such a heavy societal meaning. But let's talk about speaking our truth. So Amanda, I feel I get gaslighted by friends and family. Fantastic. So Amanda, then I'm going to push you even further. And all of you that are feeling that gaslighted is something that you feel, what does that mean? So when friends and families are doing, what does that mean and how is that making you feel? What is going on in the physical? So tell the story if you want to tell the story, because the story helps us get out to then how I feel, what your thoughts are, and then let's recondition those beliefs. So that's what today is all about. Reconditioning to affirmative, empowering, to liberating, to worthy, to happy beliefs that allows us to redefine and go forward. Beautiful. So Amanda, I'm waiting for you. Good morning. Beth says my boss does that. So what does your boss do? Beth, what does your boss do? Ivy, gaslighting experiences create a feeling of unworthiness in me. Great. I love that you're going straight to it. Unworthiness. My view of the experience doesn't count as much as the other person's experience. Fantastic. And that's what I want to get to. The lowest common denominator. All of you know it's always about 3. It's always about 3. In the approach that we do together, the play that we do, it's about 3. Is it about your worthiness? Is it about your freedom? So Irie says it's about her worthiness, that somebody else is more worthy than her. That Irie says, oh, if somebody says something, their word might have more weight because they're worthy. And so I will doubt myself because they're more worthy and I am less worthy. Now this is an egoic belief. That is untrue, but it was picked up in the normal conditioning, normal life, the normal evolution of Irie coming out as a little baby and picking up life's vibrations and experiences and feelings and getting misbeliefs, because these misbeliefs help us grow to define truth. So when Irie says that, she knows that she's worthy. Irie, you know you're worthy, but you get to learn and calibrate to worthiness. So everybody that gaslights you and creates that feeling of unworthiness is a life teacher for you. They are helping you to recondition to truth. So Irie, if you want to go deeper, what does it feel like? Let's start talking about what it feels like. Amanda, to me, they kind of flip the blame on me. Beautiful, even with little issues. I told my friend he shouldn't have moved back in with parents and got nuts saying that. Why did I move back with my parents? I had to lost my job, but I let it go. I told my friend he shouldn't have moved back in with parents, and he got nuts saying then, why did I move back with parents? I had to. I lost my job, but I let it go. Amanda, I'm sort of lost in terms of your I don't know if he moved in with his parents and he felt like he had to, but what I feel like there's a conversation. We both did. Fantastic. We both had to move in with my parents. I got it. We both did. Fantastic. And so then, fantastic. So I already talked about worthiness. So tell me more about this, Amanda. Speak a bit more. Tell me more about the contacts, Amanda, so we can go deeper. I sort of losing. I'm going to move on to Beth, and you come on. He flips it all on me all the time. We both had to move in with my parents, and we both did. Beautiful. So I think what I'm hearing you express is this is something that you both decided, that you make a decision, and you moved in with your parents, but that turned around to say that you did it, and that it was blamed on you, and that you became not the victim, but you became the aggressor that eternally. So a guy broke his heart, so he moved back in with parents. I had no choice to move in with mine because I lost my job. Fantastic, fantastic. So in there, what feelings were created? I hear self-doubt. I hear powerlessness. Let's get to the root of what you're feeling. Let's get to the root of the underlying feelings that you have in that storyline. So what I like is to call our things storylines. And I'm not in any way disrespecting any of the stories and any of our conditioning and any of our experiences. They're actually, I hold them with respect because they're our teachers. But what we want to do is really consider them as storylines, if that feels good. Me calling it a storyline allows us to disconnect and to disengage with the story. It allows us to become objective. It allows us to not take it personal. It allows us to recognize that a series of events can be broken down to understanding my primal human motivation. Did you guys all catch all of that? Because I've said that in the most articulate way than I have ever before. And it's very powerful for all us to recognize that stories are honored, stories are respected. Let's not call it stories first. Our past is honored and our past is respected. And our past is, we honor every physical experience, emotional response, mental thought, and egoic belief that comes with it. But in the play that we collectively do, we're going to call them storylines. The value to calling them storylines, it allows us to detach from taking it personally, detach from labeling it bad or good, and we just see it as a story, a line that allows us to understand conditioning and beliefs or misbeliefs that we're holding on to so we can ultimately grow. So Amanda, you shared a storyline of moving in with your parents. You had no choice, and your friend came in with you, and there comes to be conflict. What's the bottom line? Let's get to the bottom line of what are the conditionings, what are the growths, what are the beliefs that you have in there. One belief that I saw very clearly is I had no choice. I had no choice. What I would offer is you had choices, but this was the best choice given your current life circumstances. That this was the choice that you made out of every choice that was possible. You could have had many choices, I'm sure, but this was the choice that you made based on the conditions that were existing at that moment that felt most free, most comfortable, most safe. And Amanda, yes, make it more positive, or it is. It is. It's our desire to perceive the past as us failing due to our egoic beliefs, due to our conditioning, that's keeping us from growing and being where we want. So rather than make it more positive, it's not negative, it's just truth. It's just truth. The truth is we do have unconditional freedom. We do. We don't always know it, but we're going to live and work it and feel it together. We don't always have unconditional worthiness, like Irie shared with us, but we are going to live it and work it and feel it together. We are going to look at the conditions in our lines by dissecting the storylines to recognize, oh, beep, 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 beep. It's like finding those little finders, those metal finders that you see people using at the beach, that they're looking for gold or treasure or whatever it might be, and they're like beep, 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 beep. So these storylines, what we want to do is go beep, 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 it's fine. Oh wow, I felt I wasn't free. I felt I wasn't free. But actually, I know I'm free. And I know that I'm conditioned to living and finding my personal freedom. And this is just fine. I'm just journeying, and it's okay. It's okay. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, wow. I am giving somebody else the weight of their words and valuing it more than mine. Wow, that's interesting. That's a worthiness. Worthiness. Oh my God, that's worthiness. Wow, isn't it incredible how frequently I play with worthiness, that I'm not good enough, that they're smarter, that I'm stupid. Wow, that's interesting. That's one that I have fun recalibrating to, because I know that we're all equal. I know I'm worthy. I know I'm living my life purpose. I might not feel it. It's all about feeling it. So when I speak it and you guys receive it intellectually, it's not enough. And I know it's not enough, but I also know that way I speak it with such truth and such clarity that you feel and it resonates, and we're going to continue to work it till we shift the feeling, the beliefs, the thoughts, the feelings, the physicality, and get into alignment together. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I got to go back. I know I've missed some comments. Beth, my boss tailgated me at work and then told me later that my brake lights were out, but it wasn't true. Fantastic. And then Beth, I'm going to ask you, I don't know if you say it in there, how did it make you feel? So here's a context of something that isn't true, and you know it's not true. So what did it create in you? Brenda, I recently experienced a concussion and has affected my speech at times. And because I can't always say the correct words or I stutter, my partner has recently called me a gaslighter. Interesting. am devastated. I'm already feeling unworthy and I have self-doubt due to my new disability. Fantastic, Brenda, fantastic. And I really appreciate you sharing that. And there's a few things that I'm going to suggest that we recalibrate together. Recalibrate. And I want everybody to take this when you look at your storylines. And I'm going to break down what you said, Brenda, and recalibrate. And you tell me what's welcome and what's not welcome, okay? You tell me what's welcome and what's not welcome. And let's see where we go from there. I recently experienced a concussion. Let's accept that. We'll accept that for now. We'll see whether we want to recalibrate for now, but I recently experienced a physical manifestation. How about that? I recently experienced a physical manifestation. I recently experienced a physical change, okay? A physical change. So I would actually like, when we're ready to, I'd really like when we're ready to, is to move away from concussion because there's a lot of work on it. But I recognize there is a medical condition that occurred. Something physically occurred. I don't know whether it was an accident or something fell on your head, but I recognize. But again, we're talking about the spiritual shifting, not negating your physical experience. I honor and love and share. And I'm not spending a lot of time on the physical experience because we want to move to the shifting where we're open to shifting. So you recently experienced a physical experience. Beautiful. And it's affected, it's affected your speech. Beautiful, Brenda. I can see that you're hearing me. It's affected your speech. Beautiful, beautiful. And expected the way that you're coming out. So there may have been self-doubt before, and that's what I want you to explore. Did you doubt yourself before? Were you able to speak your truth before that incident? And now that incident has been emphasizing your inability to speak your truth. So I want you to, and everybody, can you speak your truth? And are there some places, for example, Brenda's sharing with her partner, that I would suggest probably before this, that there was not able to fully express yourself and to shine and to radiate and to say and to be and to be free to the truth of who you are. So Brenda, I want you to reflect on that, and everybody. So now there is something physically, and I would suggest that it was emotionally before, but it's physically, vibrationally before, but now it's physically that you're not able to communicate and to speak. I was a registered nurse and a psychotherapist, so my ego believed that I could communicate effectively. But Brenda, I appreciate that you said my ego believed, but in your relationship, were you true to be you? Maybe it's not about the physical communication, but were you true to be you? Were you holding back? Okay, you were. Was there anywhere in your life that you hadn't been able to fully be you? Is there anywhere in your life that you feel that you could not fully express yourself? Were there fears that you were carrying about being true to yourself and about not being able to express? I know that things that happen to us come from something. Beautiful, Brenda, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I got goosebumps with my parents as being a lesbian. Beautiful. And your partner is a she. Fantastic. I may have said he. I appreciate you recalibrating that. Fantastic. So there was an inability at one point of your life. Look at how I'm strangling myself, and it just went there automatically. I didn't even cognizantly know what I was doing. At one point, you were not able to freely express yourself. And everybody speak. You know, we all have times in our life that we have been unable to express our truth. Unexpected. Brenda, correct. I still can't with my parents. Beautiful. The goosebumps are going even more. Beautiful. You have and Brenda and everybody, please just go with me when I say things that might feel strong, because, thank you, this is powerful, because it's the strength and the polarity of the way that I see it that helps us to understand it. And sometimes you can push back on me and say it doesn't feel, and I'll come around from another entrance. But you have a belief that you can't be true to who you are. And that belief is at the core of who you are. With your mom and dad, with your parents, with those that birthed you, you cannot fully express yourself to the truth of who you are. And that feeling, what does that feel like? Everybody knows what that feels like. Everybody put what that feels like. It's self-gaslighting. Holy, did not expect that to come out of me. It's self-gaslighting. It's self-gaslighting. Self-gaslighting. So everybody, why do we not express ourselves? Why do we hold back from our truths? We all do it. Brenda says holy yes, and she likes the self-gaslighting. Fantastic. I like it too. Wow, Cynthia, wow, self-gaslighting. Okay guys, why do we hold ourselves back? Why do we hold ourselves back? Why does Brenda not be able to say to her mom and dad, I'm a lesbian? Fear. Cynthia, fear of criticism. Fantastic. Brenda, fear. Fantastic. Everybody, of rejection. Fear of being rejected. Fantastic. Everybody, let's keep going. Let's go deep, because these are the moments that we can shift. When we not see, Brenda started talking about a concussion. And then we recognize that that concussion is induced by a vibration. The story is further. And if I keep pushing, I am sure with 100% certainty, 100% certainty that Brenda's mom or dad have not been able to express themselves, and that they have fear, and that fear is what Brenda is expressing in her physical human being. And it's wonderful. It's not bad. It's not bad. Her mom and dad are brilliant, and she is brilliant, and we're all brilliant. It's what life is. It is what life is. Cynthia, the fear of being alone forever. Dying alone? Yes. And Cynthia, I don't know if you were involved in our inspiration about feeling alone, which then made us do the inspiration of death. And I couldn't, even though I say everything is about worthiness, freedom, and love, unconditional, it's actually about death. It actually always is about the fear of death. And the point is, there's such a connection to the fear of death. I've never said this before either, guys. Sometimes I'm scaring myself when I say things because I'm like, oh my God, Manal, are you going off too far? But your fear of death doubts the unconditional freedom, love, and worthiness. The fear of death makes us finite, but we're unconditional. We're infinite. We're infinite. Brenda, you're our crazy, amazing Manal. Thank you, thank you. I'm really so excited about today. I'm really so excited about all of us choosing to be empowered. I'm really, really excited about us choosing to see the stories for what they are and see how can we grow and expand. I'm excited about us choosing to feel good and to take responsibility for that. I'm really, really, really excited for us to stop saying they did this to me and this is my life experience. And I am brilliant. I'm amazing. I am loved. I am worthy. I am free. I am aligned. I am beautiful. I am life. I am love. Put it in the window, guys. What are we? What are we? I am flower. I am heart. I am vibrance. I am radiance. I am beauty. I said beautiful, but I am beauty. I am light. I'm light. We're going to be talking about light soon because light was one that was waking us all up last time. Brenda, okay, totally did not expect this turn of events. You're absolutely, Brenda. Thank you. Okay, you guys, don't. Okay, fantastic. So Brenda, the concussion is not a concussion. The concussion is a sign for you to recognize that you are holding back from the truth of who you are. You are dimming your light, and your light cannot be dimmed because we are light. Oh my God, Cynthia, I am radiant being filled with light and love. I am radiant, being filled with life and love. Cynthia, always about death, the fear of death. So right on, Manal. Fantastic. Cynthia, I choose to be authentic and to love and to accept and approve myself. Fantastic. And at the beginning, if we just are efforting and affirming it, that is fine. It starts with us recognizing, becoming aware of the resistance, recognizing it, and then saying, not the game I'm going to play. I know this was life. I know this is life conditioning, but I am making the choices to align to truth and beauty and to love. Christine, so much truth, Manal. Fantastic, Christine. Beautiful flowers. Brenda, absolutely true. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to go back up. I know that we missed Brenda. Okay, so now we know that the stutter is not stutter, and what you need to do, if you want your correct words to come out and you want to speak fluidly, you need to keep looking at being true to your light. True to your light. True to your light. And your partner, just love, and you recognize that your partner will have to align to her light, and the best way for your partner to align to her light is by you radiating your light. Not by judging, not through anger, not through resistance, but through compassion and love. Clear boundaries where you protect yourself, clear boundaries where you're aligned with your truth, true boundaries where this isn't acceptable, things are not acceptable. But you radiate your light, you work on really speaking your truth. I believe that it's your throat chakra, it's bringing in light in here, it's recognizing that finding the resistance of the shame. I'm assuming it's shame. What are the feelings that you can't speak? You said it was fear of rejection. What are the other rainbow of feelings that you have other than fear? What are the rainbow? Vis J, when my brother goes back on a premise and when I ask him, he says, where is the proof? Fantastic. Where's the proof? And what's the answer to where the proof? If there is proof, great. If there's not, it's my truth. Sometimes I say, you know what, this is your truth and this is my truth and we can both be right. Sometimes I just get out and it's the easy and the cheap way and says, hey, you know what? We could look at a quarter and it has heads and it has a tails and it just depends. That's your truth. This is your truth. And we're both right. I told you guys a story about WWF. told you about WWF, where it used to be World Wrestling Federation, and now it used to be World Wildlife Foundation. You guys, every time I talk about the WWF, I still get screw up the acronym. But anyway, me and my son were talking about it, and we were both right. WWF had to change to WWE or whatever they are, but because WWF, the World Wildlife Foundation, sued them. But we were both right. We're both right. If I see something from one angle and you see something from the other angle, so Visj, I don't know if it's Visj or if I'm supposed to say visage. Anyway, whatever Visj, I like to say it right, so not whatever, but you can guide me. Where is the proof? We're both right. I don't need a proof. I'm aligned with my truth. I'm aligned with my radiance. I'm aligned with what I know. Wonderful. Brenda, such a wonderful way to change this up. It's about me and not her. Yes. One of the other storylines that I really like for us to align with, life isn't personal, guys. Life isn't personal. What is happening to us is not personal. It is vibrational. When we realize that Brenda's concussion was really her inability to express her truth her whole life, and since Brenda hasn't been able to see it with the vibrational clues, and then the universe is like, okay, Brenda, let me show you what this is. Boom. Oh, I can't speak my truth. Oh, now you are literally unable to speak your truth because you have not been able to speak your truth. And then what do you do? What is that happening for? Is a punishment? No. For us to go internally and to learn that speaking our truth is from our truth. For us to learn how to go in and stop using the external world of fear and death and to come in internally to our light. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. The hearts are coming. Fantastic. You guys know that sometimes I don't know if I'm resonating, and those hearts help me know that we are on target with speaking to your truth. Speaking to your truth. That's what we want to do. We want to radiate and speak to truth. Okay, Sporty Jen. And I know I got to go back up, you guys. It's a dance of where to flow with text. And sometimes when I'm too, it becomes too mechanical. So play with me. If there's something that you feel that needs to come in again, just speak it in, speak it in, speak it in. Sporty Jen, I was annoyed and upset by a comment a friend made in front of me of two other friends over the weekend. I felt overwhelmed and upset inside, but had to pass it off. It triggered a past gaslighting experience with my dad, when he belittled me, us, and made us feel useless and stupid. Sporty Jen, fantastic. Now, Sporty Jen, let me ask you something. Because I know that you've been on this joyride for a long time, and that you're picking it all up and you're sharing on the group Attaining Your Authentic Life, and you're here regularly. What is your reflection now of that incident? So now you're sharing that with us, and I love all of your reflections. And I love that you're going to, I was annoyed and upset. So you honored your emotion by a comment, a friend. So you talked about why it happened. So it's fine. In front of the other friends over the weekend. So wonderful. I felt X, and it happened because of Y. Clean. I felt overwhelmed, going back to feeling, fantastic, and upset inside, fantastic, but had to pass it off. Beautiful. So the physical is what happened with a friend in front of the two friends over the weekend. The emotional, I was annoyed and I was upset, overwhelmed and upset inside. The mental, I chose to pass it off. The egoic, I recognize that it triggered a past gaslighting experience with my dad, and he belittled us and made us feel useless, stupid. Fantastic. So Sporty Jen is flying between her four bodies very eloquently, honoring the physical experience. It happened. A friend made her feel stupid. Happened. Then recognizing the emotional reaction. I felt this way. Sporty Jen did not say my friend made me feel this way. She said I was annoyed by a comment she made. Not she made me feel that way, disempowered. It was I feel this way. Fantastic. I chose to let it pass. I chose to not take it personally. I chose to recognize that I have the opportunity to let it pass because I recognize my conditioning. But I want you to go the next step, Sporty Jen. What's your next step? What's your next step of processing it? Let me see. And anybody that knows the next step, come on in. Let's talk about it. Cynthia, yes, demonstrating our own self-light and truth and self-approval is the loudest teaching we can share with anyone. Beautiful. Yes, we always say, what should I do? You should radiate your truth. What should I do? You should honor yourself. What should I do? I know that it's not personal. It's just part of life's beautiful unfolding. What should I do? Align with your beauty, your alignment, align with your clarity, align with your truth. What should I do? Be true to you. Look for what you're looking from others and find it within yourself. And when you do that, you will attract it. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. Brenda, love this. I was personalizing. I need to speak to my truth. Beautiful. Brenda, beautiful. I love how you guys say what I'm saying, because I don't always read the comments and then I see that you've written what I'm saying. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. We're all in sync. We're all dancing beautifully. Cynthia, please know, Manal, you're always right on the highest vibration, speaking with tremendous authenticity and loving truth. Fantastic. And Cynthia, please know that I am a human. Over this weekend, I had a tough weekend this weekend, and I feel like I'm always telling you guys I had it tough. I have a magnificent, amazing life. But I felt I had human moments this weekend. I had human moments with this weekend. And I've always I told you guys that, you know, at points sometimes I'm like, I teach this stuff. Why am I feeling this? Because I'm still human. And there was a moment of, I don't like the word gaslighting, and I know it's in the topic. It's because we are all talking to it. There was a moment that somebody was negating my truth. Somebody was negating my truth, but I was able to say, oh, guess what? You're negating truth. And I asked from a place of very clearly, X question mark, Y question mark, Z question mark. I asked 3 questions, and the answers to those questions showed that what was being negated was not true. But I was able to do that because I stayed grounded during that conversation. So my point is, I speak with truth and authenticity because we're all human. We're all human. We all have our conditioning. We're all beautiful. And I'm learning from you all. I'm learning from your truth. I'm learning from every single thing that you all say, and I reflect and grow, and you're all my teachers. You're all my teachers. You're all my teachers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let me see where we were before we talked about. So what happens is when, okay, hold on. Let me see. Sort of froze up for a second. Let me see. Iris says here, yes, I know that I'm worthy. I know my truth, and I feel pressure in my chest that I need to remain small and silent. Fantastic, Iris. And then what I would love, since we're locked here for a second, it won't scroll for a second. What I love is Iris talking about the pressure in her chest. We still haven't talked about the physical feelings. The physical feelings. I might ask a few of you to type something in the window because oh, there it is. It's moving. It's moving. No, it's frozen. If you can type something in the window so it could either move up or down, because when you guys type, that my screen moves back down, that will be helpful. Let's talk about the feeling. So we talked about the emotion. Everybody's talking about the emotions. Everybody's feeling fantastic about the emotion. Let's talk about the physical feeling. The physical feeling. So Iris says, I feel pressure in my chest that I need to remain small and silent. And I love the mental. So there's an association with feeling pressure in the chest to remain small and silent. So let's talk about this. Where did that come from? So everybody start to think about the stories that you're sharing or you're thinking. And let's go into the physical body. Andrea, good morning to you, and everybody, good morning, good morning. So let's go to the physical. So we started talking about the emotional. Let's talk about the physical. The physical. And we all know we're going to do a meditation today. And during the meditations, I always invite you. I have a question for everybody. When we do the meditations and I invite you to either come in through your physical body, your emotional body, or your mental body, what body is the easiest for you to come in from? Or does it depend on the topic? Because I always want to know. Iris, small and silent, kept me safe in a frightening childhood home. Fantastic. 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 So what is so fantastic, Iris, recognizing that chest tightening creates a thought, small and silent. What we want to do is to reprogram. That's what we're all doing. So what we're doing and what we're in all of the play that we do together is looking at and becoming aware and breaking those cycles. So chest tightening, at first with Irie, it's an awareness of small and silent. It's going to start with an awareness. It's fine. It starts with an awareness. But what we want to do is like, oh, interesting. There's that chest tightening. There's the small and silent. We might talk about a fear. Irie, is it a fear? What's that feeling? Let's talk about the feeling as well. So chest tightening, fear, coping mechanism, small and silent, from a past experience in a frightening. She talked about fear actually. Frightening. Your fear is in there. Frightening. Fearful. Childhood home. Wonderful. So now what we're going to do is like, oh, there that is. There it is. There's my deconstructed key lime pie. I see the story, my child home, growing up, my life conditioning, the storyline. I see the physical manifestation of it, chest tightening. I see the thought, the limiting thought, the associated thought, small and silent. I recognize that I hadn't felt safe. Irie, what's the belief? What's the belief that you hold? What's the belief? There is no belief in there. I can assume many beliefs, but what is the belief? Irie, speak what the belief is. What is the belief? That I'm not to be seen? That I'm not safe when I'm seen? That I have to hide to be safe? That's the belief, and let's rework that belief. Sporty Jen is asking my question about, she comes in from the physical. Cynthia, the physical manifestations are connected for sure, absolutely. Kat, small and silent started when I was raped, age 19. Any anger has triggered this ever since. Fantastic. Kat, and I love that you're relating to Irie, small and silent. And actually in past inspirations, we've talked about hiding and remaining small and silent. And then Kat, what I'm also going to invite you with is seeing where small and silent started before 19. At 19, usually small, if something that happens, there was an earlier conditioning. It might not have been such a overt physical, just like when Brenda shared, and that concussion, she didn't have a concussion or anything physical, but it's a manifestation of the inability to speak the truth. But what did you grow up feeling so disempowered? Or what is the feeling, the small and silent? Small and silent, is small and silent disempowered? Irie and Kat, is small and silent disempowered? Everybody that feels small and silent, let's break down small and silent. Let's break it down, guys. Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper with small and silent. I think this is a big one. Sporty Jen, because I felt similar chest tightening and tensing of muscles around the solar plexus. Fantastic. Sporty Jen, you always have stuff in your solar plexus. Fantastic. 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 And I'm going to go to Kat, then I'm going to come back to what I was finishing with you. My truth was denied by his anger, and keeping quiet helped me keep safe. But Kat, before 19. My truth was denied by his anger. Okay, beautiful. Before 19. Before 19, where were you conditioned to feel like you had to be small and silent? And I want you all to share with me, what does silent and small mean? Irie, my stepfather was an aggressor and always made me feel like I wasn't valued. Worthiness, as much as my step siblings. Beautiful. So Irie, from such an early age, that worthiness, wonderful for you to recognize. Oh, I got conditioned that because I was a step, I wasn't as worthy. We were raised together. He married my mom when I was 2 years old. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. So those are wonderful awarenesses that you recognize now. I asked you what your belief is. Your belief that you're not worthy. Your bloodline is different. Your dad is different. Your dad was not the way that makes you unworthy. Fantastic, fantastic. It's worthiness, and we're all unconditional. We're all conditional. And what we want to do is feel that physical feeling. Feel the physical feeling. Feel the deconstructed key lime pie. Feel the physical, the emotional feeling of not feeling valued, having to be small and silent. And look at the beliefs. The belief is that the thoughts that I need to hide because I'm not of value. I shouldn't be seen because I'm not of value. I'm not as safe because I'm not as value. Beautiful, Irie. Beautiful. Do you have it to allow you to deconstruct from it? Kat, my truth was denied by, okay, we said that there was a huge grief in our household after family members were killed in a car accident, age 8. Keeping quiet was safe. Beautiful, Kat. Beautiful. Second time I'm showing you guys my goosebumps. This is the story that will come, that will allow you to detangle from truth. There was probably a huge imprinted, I'm going to use the word, you guys, I'm going to use the word trauma from this trauma event. There was a huge imprint that we want to start to unimprint. And that imprint had a very harsh consequence of a rape at 19. And that imprint might continue, maybe not with such a physical, but it might be continuing into where you are now, that you're having that belief. And we want to go into that 8 and figure out what were the feelings. Go ahead and put them in the window. And any of you that are relating, put whatever you're feeling and whatever relates. Whatever you relate, put it in and share, because it helps Kat, it helps me, it helps all of us. That when you relate to a story and you share, this is us sharing stories so we can all heal. We can all understand. We can all evolve. We can all grow. Andrea, having to dim one's spirit to fit in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Have to dim one's light to fit in. Worthiness. Andrea, isn't that worthiness? Is that I'm not worthy, my light's not worthy, that I have to be like others? We have to be like others? Cecilia, sorry. Hello. She said hi now. Hi, Cecilia. It's so wonderful to hear you. Kat says yes and thank you. Wonderful. Cecilia, Kat, I think I'm waiting for an answer from you. Cynthia, being small and silent could be associated with anorexia as well. Yes, getting smaller and smaller. Fantastic. So Cynthia, or anybody that's having eating disorders, fantastic. Yes, absolutely. Being small and silent. It's about control. It's about trying to hide. It's about not being seen. Not being seen. So many times during our inspirations, we talk about not feeling seen. I have a meditation. How many of you have done it? That's called I See You. I See You. And I don't know if I should give the spoiler alert. I don't know if I should I give away the spoiler alert? Who's done my meditation, I See You? Who's done I See You? So actually I always say they're all my favorites, isn't it, when I raise it? Anyway, you guys know how I speak. It is one of my favorites because I really love the spoiler. Stephanie, yes. I see you. I see you. What the root of it, we all want to be seen. And if we can't see ourselves, nobody is going to see us. We all want to feel connected. If we can't connect with ourselves, we will never be connected. Cecilia just came in. What are we discussing? Cecilia, we're talking about life. We're talking about life. It's gaslighting, but really gaslighting, we decided, is all about not speaking our truth, not radiating our light, not being aligned with who we are. And we might have the excuse, guys, I'm going to use the word excuse, the conditioning of it being other people, but it's all about us aligning with our truth. Is that a good cliff notes? Does anybody want to add a different cliff note to it? I think that's a good cliff note. Good, guys. Good. Okay, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm scrolling back. It's letting me scroll back. It stops at a certain point. I don't know why. And I'm at a point where I had already read some of Brenda's. We were having the dialogue about Brenda. We might not be going back, guys. You might have to just share in the window if I missed anything. And Bean is a bit too low, but he's come and joined us to give us some love. Okay. Okay, let's see. No, I'm not going to. Okay, I'll try one more time. And if it doesn't work, now it doesn't want to let me scroll. Doesn't want to let me scroll. So I swear it's not me, it's the system. I'm going to type in here to get back to the bottom. There we go. It came back to the bottom. Cecilia, what exactly is the definition of gaslighting? Cecilia, gaslighting is when a person is making you doubt yourself. We defined it during one inspiration that it's doubting your egoic, doubting your beliefs, doubting your mind, doubting your emotions, or doubting or doubting what happened in reality. So ultimately you might say this happened, and they'll say no, that did not happen, and totally redefine an experience that happened. How is that, you guys? Is that what gaslighting is? Is that what gaslighting is? Kim, hello, just joining in. Brenda, so much wisdom in here. Fantastic. Your own reality. Gaslighting makes you doubt your reality, makes you doubt who you are. And ultimately, it is a mirror to self-doubt that you already have. Nobody can make you guys, you know, my favorite analogy, the red shirt analogy. You guys somebody said to me today, Manal, you look awful in that red. I'd be like, oh, okay. Sarcastic, maybe question what's going on. Maybe question whether or not there's a distortion in the camera right now or not. But if they say, Manal, that plaid isn't becoming on you, I might doubt myself. So only can self-doubt come when you are wearing a red shirt. You can only have doubt. You can only feel bad about wearing red if you're wearing a red shirt. Boom. Full stop. So you can only feel self-doubt if you already had that self-doubt. And that person is actually mirroring your internal vibrational reality. And it is good. The physical manifestation is not. The feeling feels awful. The experience might not be positive. However, the intention of it and the life meaning of it and the earth school part of it is fantastic and amazing and wonderful. And that's what we're talking about. And that's what we're calibrating that. And that's what we're feeling. Good. Fantastic. Oh, Christine, yes. And Manal came up with self-gaslighting. Yes, actually, how is this, guys? Tell me if we can buy into this. That if we feel that we are being gaslit by somebody, there is something in us that we're actually self-gaslighting. And when it happens, I never mean that we don't create boundaries or we don't react. Actually, I'm quite aware that anger is actually one of the great things to help me create boundaries. Emotion is actually a great boundary maker. Resistance is, and I wrote that quote and it will come out soon, that resistance is here to help us create healthy boundaries in our physical life. So are you all willing to see that if you have been gaslit, that in there you're gaslighting yourself somewhere? Are we open to that? Are we open to that? And when we say open to it, are we open to it from a place of non-judgment, of curiosity, of intrigue, of the willingness to look back in our life and to understand where this cookie cutter pattern come? I like calling it a cookie cutter because cookie cutters make beautiful cookies. I might have a star cutter or a circle or a spider if it's Halloween, pumpkin. It's a cookie cutter. So what are the cookie cutters that are making this story continue? So would we agree? Can you all agree? Do you like that or do you not like that? Is it empowering or disempowering? I only want you to adopt it if it's empowering. For me, it's empowering. Wow. First of all, I don't really like the word gaslighting. You guys already know that we did it so we could speak to the way that we're speaking. But for me, it's empowering that I'm like, instead of me blaming X, I'm going to look within myself to look at where I'm not honoring myself, where I'm not speaking my truth, where I'm having self-doubt, where I'm not aligning with my clarity, and I'm not being true to my radiance, true to my light. Beautiful. Kim, trait of a narcissist. Yeah, there's quite a big connection between gaslighting and narcissism, and we talked about that earlier. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cynthia, yes, that gaslighting was powerful. An invitation, yes, that self-gaslighting was powerful. An invitation for recalibrating my own thoughts, yes. For taking accountability for everything that happens, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or egoic, so we can calibrate to our greatest desires. Powerful, Powerful, powerful. Ashley, we've got some rain and prayers. Beautiful. Sporty Jen, yes, it feels like saying in your head, if you can't beat them, join them, self-punishment. Yes, we don't want self-punishment. What we want is self-empowerment. We want, hey, I recognize that I can look within and shift the way I see things so I can grow in a powerful way. Shift, shift, shift. Cynthia says empowering, wonderful, and Sporty Jen, self-punishment, wow. Yeah, you know, one of my favorite observations these days is the term self-sabotage, where it's sort of like self-punishment, where we are all conditioned. You guys, we all know that a lot of the life stories is about suffering and struggle. We all know that. I'm not making up anything new. It's not like, oh, Manal, where'd you get that from? No, we all know. So in that, because we have been conditioned to believe that life is a struggle or sacrifice or suffering, that's where self-sabotage comes from. It comes from that misbelief. And that misbelief is so ingrained in society. So self-sabotage is a beautiful, I want to say coping mechanism, but it does not feel good to call it a coping mechanism, but a great reaction to the conditioning that life is about struggle, suffering, or difficulty. So I want us all to be aware of that self-punishment and that self-sabotage. And it sometimes comes up in a really subtle energy. It's a very subtle, like you get something you want and you're like, ooh, that doesn't, like, am I worthy of it? Or do I deserve that? Or you want to be a victim or get sick because you want people's sympathy. Like this really subtle energy that you're sometimes like, wow, wait, where did that come from? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You know when sometimes you have a thought and you're like, woo, where did that come from? And it's like a self-sabotaging. Guys, tell me if you know what I'm talking about. Speak with the heart so I can either continue or stop it. But that all is also about worthiness. All about worthiness. It's all about worthiness. You guys, do I continue on that one and dead? I get starting to see the hearts. So do you all relate to what I'm talking about? That little, really, it sort of comes in. Just comes in. And it's like self-sabotage. Cecilia, yes, look above at my chat. So you're talking about the other day I didn't get a response from a friend and I started thinking I did something. I was able to step back and realizing it was a lie. The feeling was icky, but I was able to feel through it. Okay, fantastic. Yes, Cecilia, thank you. Yes, that's the self-sabotage. And maybe there was a self-doubt in there. Was there, Cecilia, self-doubt? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. What's the feeling? Talk to us about what that feeling was. Brenda, blaming keeps us in victim mode. Yes, yes, yes. Blaming keeps us in victim mode. Wonderful, wonderful. And victim mode is, again, it's a thought. I call it, I believe that victim is a mental thought, or victim stories. Victim stories are mental, but the belief of being a victim is egoic. So, you know, they're all sort of like, it depends on whether it's a storyline, so it's a thought, but we do have a belief in it. Yeah, yes. So let's look at those little inklings. Like what's fun is when we start to become aware of that small little resistant pattern of being, we talked about other times, the comfort with discomfort. And we want to calibrate to comfort with comfort. We want to calibrate to, what do we want to calibrate? Come on, you guys, let's all amplify together. What do we want to feel? Yes, Kim, feeling inferior, which is worthiness, right? Feeling inferior is worthiness. Self-doubt is worthiness as well. Self-doubt is worthiness. So Kim said self-doubt as well. So Sporty Jen, I think I'm becoming aware that I have lost so much of my family that the reaction of self-doubting and self-punishment is going back to a comfort of a familiar feeling to be close to my family. Yes, it does make sense. So we as humans, it feels really good to come together to feel good when we're feeling bad. So we're comforting each other. Use the word comforting. That we come in a funeral, we come together, we comfort. And then you get used to feeling like a victim, or for us to all come together to comfort each other in that feeling. And it's because it's familiar and it feels safe and it's a conditioning. So fantastic. And then you recognize, oh, I want to be with people to amplify feeling good. Laughter, humor, satisfaction, appreciation. Andrea would like to calibrate to my highest truth and radiance. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So Spirity Jen, you've been relating to people from sorrow, from a place of sorrow, because you've had so much sorrow. So some of it is a conditioning, some of it's a comfort, some of it's happened so many times, it's almost you're waiting for it to happen again, so you want to relate in that way. But let me ask you and ask everybody, how do you want to relate to each other? How do you want to relate? How do you want to relate to other human beings? How do you want to relate to yourself? You can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Who can't hear me? I can hear. Okay, fantastic. Sporty Jen, it's you. I just need one person to tell me they can hear me and I can say, Sporty Jen, it's you. Brenda, fantastic. Irie, I had to release stories from my past to evolve from victim to victor. Fantastic. From victim to victor. I have survived some horrific experiences and I've kept others safe too. I am the victor. Fantastic. And Irie, what I'm going to suggest to you is, instead of I've survived some horrific experiences, oh my, you know what I realized? That I didn't plug in my charger and it's coming low. I could tell. You guys, I'm just going to come out of the window for a second. Come out of the window for 1 second and charge in my computer. It was here because I brought it, but it did not, I didn't plug it in. There we go. Technical stop. There we go. Okay, fantastic. I'm human, it's plugged in and it's brighter again. I always keep it plugged in because it's safer, and I'm like, why did it just go darker? I'm like, oh my God, I didn't actually plug it in. I plugged it in the base, not here. Okay, beautiful. Stephanie, this is so good. Unfortunately, I have to go get kids to school. Stephanie, love you so much. Thank you for being here and really, really appreciate it. Every moment that you've been here. Brenda, thanking Irie for that share. Okay, guys, how are you all feeling? How is everybody feeling? Cynthia, oh, so human, Manal, technical stuff. Exactly, I gotta be charged in. Not only do I have to be charged in, my laptop has to be charged in. Okay, how is everybody feeling? Are you all ready for meditation? Is there anything else that you want to share? If anything, I know that I missed in the window above some of the comments, and every time I tried to scroll, it didn't really work. I think I got most, but I know that there was a few after Brenda. Okay, do you want me to try? Okay, I'm gonna try one more last time. Let's see. No, it's not working. It's not working. It doesn't like me to scroll. I don't know why it's not scrolling past a certain part. It just gets stuck. Okay. So how is everybody feeling? How are we feeling? Irie, how do I reframe? What is it specifically that you, oh, you're right. I've survived some horrific experiences. I don't want them to be horrific anymore. Irie, I don't want them to be horrific. I want it to be the horrific has this and I'm going to speak really polar. This is polar because you're asking and you know that I'm not judging. There's still some very victim in there. I've had some horrific. There's a relating to struggle, a relating to suffering. I want it to come from a place of acceptance and recognition that it's been here for your growth and expansion, that without those stories that you wouldn't be where you are, or growing internally and calibrating to your truth and finding your radiance and looking, you would not, if our lives were perfect, we would not be on InsightTimer. If our lives were so smooth, we would not be here. We are here because we're looking for answers to truth. The answers to truth come from within. This medium and our community are all willing to take responsibility and to go in to find truth. So Irie, nothing horrific happened. Life happened. Conditioning happened. Stories have happened that allowed you to calibrate to truth. So that's how I would reframe. What I would like for you to say is, I've had to release stories from my past to evolve from victim to victor. Beautiful. Recognition of releasing. And then this is the sentence that I don't even feel like needs to be recalibrated. It just needs to be removed from the way that you even think. I've survived some horrific experiences and have kept others safe too. I would love that. If you want that sentence, it would to me is I've always been able to align with my truth, and I've helped and guided and amplified those that I loved along with me. I've taken others. I've always kept my light. I've always known the truth. I've always been aligned to truth. I am the victor. I am surrounded by victors. How does that feel, Irie? I just want you to remove that anything was bad. Nothing is bad, because everything is here to teach us and to grow. Everything is a vibrational response to life. Everything is meant to be. Everything is to teach us. Irie, how does that feel? And everybody, how does that feel? I want us all to get to a point that nothing that has happened to us is bad. Nothing. Nothing. It's all life. And life is just the way it's meant to be. We are living our life purpose. And our purpose is amazing and beautiful. How does that feel? Irie, how does that feel in everybody? Cynthia, today I break my agreement that I have made with a sense of unworthiness in me. Yes, yes, Cynthia, yes. I choose to recognize areas that I have kept blinders on all my life. Fantastic. Cynthia, today you will align with the truth of who you are, the beauty of who you are, the light within, the truth of your beauty, the truth of the full of expression of who you are. Who you are. You all know that I call it Mattain, attaining your authentic life, aligning with your truth. Beautiful. Cynthia, yes, Manal, I received that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, how is everybody feeling? How is everybody feeling? Are you ready for a meditation? Has anybody that not said anything want to say anything? Does anybody that said anything want to say anything? Does anybody that I missed from above want to share? Kim, it takes time to get there, but when you do, it's victorious. Yes, yes, yes. And Kim, am I allowed to, can I recalibrate that a bit? Can I recalibrate that? I don't want in any way for us to have limitations to time. So it's all part of the journey. Maybe if we could call it, it's all part of the journey. It's the journey. It's the journey. Let's be on the journey and not even like look at time and a limitation. How's that, Kim? How does that feel? Okay, Jenny, I don't resonate with how you're telling people what they should feel. Jenny, please tell me how you feel like I'm telling you or anybody how you should feel. I don't want you to feel, let me ask you, how do you want to feel? I always am giving suggestions and sharing my approach to life, but I don't actually, what I want to do is to honor how everybody feels, honor everybody's life and their conditioning, honor everybody's thoughts and honor everybody's beliefs. And then I'll ask everybody, how do you want to feel? How do you want to feel? And anything I'm saying is always a suggestion. So I just want to calibrate that and calibrate to everything. Everything I share is just a suggestion, and I'm sharing from the truth of who I am, how I approach life and how I look at life and how I try to calibrate to empowerment and to ways that make me feel good. But I want everybody to honor everything about them, but I'll make suggestions to things that I feel like this might be a bit more empowering for you. And if you're open to like shifting the way that you want to approach something, boom. And if not, you could say, oh, that doesn't feel good, or that doesn't align with my truth. What I want for everybody is alignment with your truth. So Jenny, how do you want to tell? How do you want to feel? And how do you feel that I'm suggesting everybody should feel? Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. How does everybody want to feel? How does everybody want to feel? How does everybody want to feel? And what is it that you're extracting from me that you feel that I want everybody to feel? Angela, I don't relate with nothing that happened to us is bad. No, nor Irie, nor do I. Fantastic. Then if you want to hold it, it's fine. I feel like it's all part of where you want, like, how do I say this? Yes, yes, yes. In the physical plane, things that happen feels bad and is bad. Could be bad. In the physical experience. In the physical. So car crashes, illness, a lot of different things are feeling bad in the physical. When I speak here and I come from my inspiration, I'm suggesting how we open up on the egoic level, on the belief level, on the spiritual level, to look at life from a lens of compassion and love. So when we see things is not good and bad, we can move to acceptance and surrender. Acceptance and surrender. And that's where I suggest that peace is, and love is, and ease is, and flow is, and alignment is, and clarity. And clarity. Sporty Jen, intellectually I know too, but emotionally and physically I don't. Fantastic. And that's why the meditations we go. Irie, I want to feel seen. Denying these villainous experiences denies my truth. Fantastic then, Irie. Then that's good. That's good. If you want to, I'm not in any way suggesting that we're denying the reality of what we're experiencing. Not in any way. Not in any way. For me, it really is. Let me ask everybody. Let's go back. What do you want to feel? What do you want to feel about life? So Irie says, I want to feel seen. Fantastic. What else do you want to feel? What else do you want to feel? Kim, I like what you said about being a journey instead of time. Fantastic, fantastic. I like to let go of the limitation of time. Brenda, I like how you're reframing so that we don't stay stuck, but we can move forward with life feeling empowered. Fantastic. And that's what I'm trying to do. But if anything I say doesn't feel good, then absolutely don't adopt it. And that's why I always ask, how did that feel? How did that feel? I want it to feel good. I want it to feel good. And if it doesn't align with your truth, we can do one of two things, is don't pick it up or keep figuring out what is your truth. What is your truth? What is your truth? Jenny, this is coming across as major pontificating. I agree with Irie. To say what you said to her without knowing what happened is not compassionate. Okay, absolutely not my intention. Absolutely not my intention. And I don't even feel like I want to defend myself. What I want to do is come from a place of absolute love and compassion. So Irie, have I offended you in any way? And Irie, how is it you're feeling? Okay, it's all good. Fantastic. And then is there anything that you would like to feel? Was there a negative feeling from what I have said, or do you understand the essence of the shift that I'm looking for on this level? This is what I'm trying to invite, is the essence of the shift that comes at this level. And the essence of the shift comes from acceptance. It comes from is. And I don't need to say that about Irie's past. I'm speaking about generally. So Irie, it was a suggestion to how to shift if you're looking for the ability to continue to let go and to evolve to a place of allowing, of flow, of peace. Do you get me? And Irie, let me know if any way that I've offended you in the way that I've articulated, because absolutely not my intention. My intention is fully looking at everybody from a lens of love, from a lens of compassion, and offering ways for growth and empowerment, from growth and empowerment. Irie, acceptance has been the key to my freedom. Fantastic. And the only thing that I'm suggesting to you is that the word horrific has a label of not being accepted. It has a label of resistance. And so that resistance, you might want to hold on to it till the day you die, and that's okay. But what I'm offering is my view, objective view of small little shifts that move us more towards acceptance. More towards acceptance. But if we have resistance towards it, boom, it's not the right time, and it's not the right place, and it's not the right moment, and it's not where you are or I am, or it's being met with. But what I want to make sure that you know, Irie, that everything I'm saying is from my love and my care and my compassion and a desire for amplification of your life experience. So what I want is everybody to share, what is it that you want to feel? Sporty Jen, I want to feel free in the flow of life. Fantastic, fantastic. And the flow of life comes from flowing, from being, from ising. Flow comes not from good and bad. Good and bad is polar. Flow comes from ising, being, truing. What do we want to feel? Everybody. Jenny, come tell me, what is it that you want to feel? What is it that you want to feel? What is it that you want to feel? Brenda, accepting that we can't change what happened to us in the past, but to recognize that we can't change it, and how do we want to move forward? Beautiful. So how do you all want to move forward? We can't change the past. So Brenda says, accepting that we can't change what happened to us in the past. We can't. But recognize that we can't change it. How do we want to move forward? So that is a question for all of you. How do you want to see your past? How do you want to hold your past? The key to that answer is, how do you want to feel now? And how do you want to see your future? How do you want to see your future? How do you want to see your future? I know from these inspirations that I mostly hear that everybody wants to feel joy, peace, aligned, clarity, happy, comfortable, safe, secure, stable, seen. Andrea, I'd like to feel joyful and radiant despite challenging gaslight encounters. Beautiful. I want to feel joyful and radiant. I want to feel true to my light, true to my purpose, true to my being. That's what I know that everybody has spoken to, what they want to feel now. And what I'm suggesting and inviting is that the key to that feeling of now is looking at the past from a lens of empowerment. And Irie, you said it, of being a victor. Irie, you said it, of accepting. And when we get to the present and get all those feelings and look at the past from acceptance in a lens of is, then it allows us to build the future and create the future that we desire. Manifest. We manifest by feeling good now. We feel good now by letting go of the past. We let go of the past by accepting. And everybody is on their journey, so their journey and your journey for doing that is all on your, I'm going to say it, on your timeline, on your desires, on your creation. How does that feel? How does that feel? How does that feel? Kim, I totally understand and appreciate you, Manal. I want to feel safe being completely authentic. Me too. I want to feel safe being completely authentic. I want everybody to know whatever I say, it comes from a place of love. I want everybody to share with me if something doesn't feel aligned, but share it in a way that I can come and speak truth and not feel defensive, but feel like I can articulate truth. Not feel like I'm scared to offend, because everybody knows that what I'm here is to amplify. I am here to amplify every single one of us. I am here from love and compassion. I am here from empowerment. I am here with a desire for growth and expansion. I am here to tell you all You are worthy, you are free, and you are love unconditionally. That's what I'm here to do. And along the way, if I'm sloppy at times, I say I'm sorry, and it's my intention to be as clear, as purposeful, as direct, as aligned as possible to help us all amplify to the highest of vibrations, How does that feel? How does that feel? That's my desires. That is my purest desires. Brenda, exactly. And how do we want to commit to move forward? That is more helpful. Fantastic. I just want to be helpful. You guys guide me. I'm speaking to a screen, and there's how many meditators here, and I can only be guided by you all. And if there's anything that just felt wrong, say, help us, help me. What is it that you're saying here? Because my intention is beautiful, and it's pure, and it's clean, and it is love. I can guarantee you that I am here out of love. I can guarantee you. That beautiful. Kim, I wish this could be a Zoom live so we could speak and see each other. Yes, Kim, I'm creating different mediums, so you'll be something soon, but InsightTimer has this, Attaining Our Authentic Life, the group. We can also speak in different ways, and there is definitely something missing when we're not in live and be able to speak and see each other. And I've said, how many inspirations have I said, I can't wait till we're actually physically live, whether we're in Raleigh or in London or California or wherever it might be, New Zealand, Australia, wherever it might be, Singapore, wherever that we might be, Ireland, that we're all together in the room with the desire to grow and seeing each other from the beauty of where we are and really being aligned to the truth of love. Andrea, I totally trust you for the calibration you have brought to me every time. I'm listening to you and your soul mission. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. And I just want to give. I just want to be love. I just really want to be love. Kim, exactly. Ashley, thank you. Manal, thank you. And I do appreciate you all that are encouraging me and guiding me and supporting me and letting me be seen and allowing my voice to be expressed from a point of truth. And even more than that, your desire for growth and us collaborating together and growing together and seeing everything that I'm saying from a point of growth. And I've learned when I'm on these meditations to be careful about what I see so it's not taken in the wrong way. And I recognize that there's a limitation to technology and how I'm saying things, but I just know my intention is truth and love and worthiness and freedom and seeing it in every single one of you. That is my intention. That's my intention. Okay. How is everybody feeling? Are you ready for a meditation? Do you feel complete? I see hearts, some hearts going. I don't know what the hearts are for, whether it's for a meditation or if you're feeling complete. Kim, I've been with you, Manal, from your first live meditation. I know you're all about life and kindness. Kim, thank you. Thank you. Andrea, yes, please. Ashley, yes. Brenda, beautiful intention. Manal, thank you so very much. Thank you. Sporty Jen, a meditation would be good. Okay, fantastic. I was intending to do a meditation that we really looked into our all four bodies. I felt with GasLighting as the topic. It's a fantastic one for us to. Kim, I love you. For as GasLighting as the topic, let's look into all four bodies. And I like this preamble because I feel it's important for us to open up the feelings. And my intention with the preamble is for us to open up and for me to continue to raise our vibration collectively. And if I'm not raising it, maybe that's not the intention. The intention is to become aware and to open up onto our different levels, our intellectual level, which is our mind, our emotional, our physical, and to open, to become aware, and then to amplify and to let go. Sporty Jen, this one is Bean. Bean is the one that's all gray. Oh, I almost knocked over this computer. Bean, let me come bring you into the, come say hi. Say hi. This one's Bean. He comes during the meditations more than Cosmo. Okay, just jumped off. Okay, fantastic. Okay, we're going to go into meditation. We are going to talk about all four bodies. We are going to get ourselves to the highest vibration. Ashley is saying hi to you, Bean. He's smiling. He's smiling. Fantastic. We're going to go to the highest vibrations. And if there's anything that you're feeling during the meditation that you want to bring to my attention, I do read the chat during the meditation. Usually it's really quiet, but there's a few times that there's been a question and I've integrated it into the meditation. But for the most part, just feel into your body. Let go. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Don't trust me. Don't trust me. The last thing that I'm asking of anybody is to trust me. I want you to trust you to know whether you should trust me. I want you to trust you to know whether what I'm saying is truth. I want you to trust you to know whether I'm saying aligns with the truth of your unconditional worthiness and freedom and love. And if you trust that you know, then boom, you'll know whether to trust or not trust me. And I hope that you all align and calibrate to trusting me through your own self-trust. Okay, there's a bit of convolution in there. Kim, having to leave now, unfortunately. I'll miss you very much, Kim. Love you very much and love so much your support and you being there all the time. Have a good one. Okay, everybody. If you're ready, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going into our meditation. Brenda, I trust. That's what I want. I want everybody to trust themselves. And through that trust, they know anybody that's speaking to them, whether it's coming from truth. And I'm a human. So sometimes my ego, my conditioning is going to come out. And I trust and honor. It's all part of my human journey too. Not as an excuse, not as a less than, but as a beauty of the truth of who we are collectively. Okay, everybody take a deep breath in. And release. Take a deep breath in. Enjoy the gap. And release. Take a third and final deep breath in. And release. Today we had an amazing journey. That allowed us to recognize that we collectively want to be seen, that we collectively want to feel clarity, confidence, security in the life that we're living. We recognize that we have experiences that create self-doubt, fear, resistance in general, misalignment. And we choose, we collectively choose to align to our truth, to our beauty, to our light, and to our alignment. I invite everybody to sort of enter your body. We talked a lot about gaslighting and relationships and self-judgment and how we perceive ourselves. And just see if there's anything that you may be feeling. If you're aware of any physical feeling. Could be in your chest, your solar plexus, your jaw, your head, your shoulders. But feel physical, any physical tension that you might have, and you can enter your body through the physical. You also can enter your body through the emotional. If you're aware of a fear, not being seen, sadness and anger, enter your body through that emotion without overindulging, without over feeling, but from a place of awareness. An awareness of the feeling and recognizing the physical expression of that emotional feeling. You might enter your body through your thoughts, through a past experience, through a story, through an event that happened that just made you feel not aligned, that brought up resistance. And when you're in that thought, without overindulging, go ahead and explore that emotion. And go ahead and try to connect with that physicality. Enjoy your deconstructed key lime pie. Surf your physical expression of your resistance. Feel its tension, tightness, discomfort. Just really feel the physical sensations. Feel it from a place of curiosity. This is not bad. This just is. And the more that we collectively move to is, the more freedom and liberation we get out of life. Sort of surf on the emotion. What's the emotion that you feel in that location? Fear or anger? Frustration? As much as you can label the associated emotion with that physical feeling. And we just sort of surf in here so we start to get comfortable with the physicality and the emotions. Recognizing that it's here to teach us. See what the thoughts are. What are the thoughts that you see and associate with your physical and your emotional? Is there a story of not being good enough? Not able to express yourself? Your desire to be seen? That you're not worthy? That you're not free? Enjoy that you're decoupling this journey, the physical, the emotional, the mental. Our patterns always come from somewhere. So let's fly through our timeline, sort of get some insight of what this is teaching you, how you're meant to grow. So go into this vibrational key line pi, the emotional and the physical and the mental, and go back through your timeline until you're in your mother's womb. And just trust that your body will let you know what you need to know. Just trust that your body will guide you. Just trust that you're here to receive what you're meant to receive. Trust that you know and that you will know. See where you could see other expressions of this physical, emotional, and mental combination. Swimming in your mom's womb. Did you pick it up from her? From your dad? From others that were around your mom? Did you pick it up from generations before? Is it ancestral? If you believe in past lives, are you carrying something that actually came from a past life? Just know that you'll receive now, or the time that's best for your highest good. Just be open and curious. Now watch yourself being born. Watch yourself coming out of the womb. See how you felt and whether you could see that combination, the physical, emotional, and mental. Love on yourself as you go through this timeline journey. Feel into your early days, weeks, and months. And just be open to receiving and understanding of when this combination first came in. How was it imprinted on you? What was the storyline? Come into your first year, in your first years. Open yourself up. When do you see that imprint? Go into your 10s, 11s, your teens, and see if you could see it reoccurring. This reoccurring physical feeling and emotional reaction, the belief and the thoughts that accompany it. Go into your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. And come to where you are, fly to wherever you are, 50s, 60s, 70s, fly to yourself today. Just celebrate your willingness to go in. Celebrate your desire to understand your life and your life conditioning from a place of empowerment. Love on yourself and love on your journey. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the is. Just love on your journey. Your journey is what makes you who you are, and you are brilliant and amazing the way you are. The who you are is absolutely amazing and brilliant. And you could not be who you are without your past. Acknowledge that everything you experience is here to teach you to calibrate internally that you have an internal light, an internal truth, an internal unconditional worthiness and freedom and love. And the human journey is for you to calibrate to the truth of the unconditional nature of this beauty. Celebrate knowing that. Celebrate holding yourself in a place of love and acceptance and surrender. And at this point, take a deep breath in and release. Release any resistance that you connected with. Release the emotion. Release the physical sensations. Release the stories. Release the misbeliefs. Take a deep breath in and release. And if you like, you want to shake it off. If you want to pluck it off. If you want to just move it off of yourself physically. Or if you could just imagine that all of that resistance is free to go. Because you shifted it. You shifted it to a recognition of the beauty of life. You shifted it to a recognition of the human journey. You shifted it into a place of your desire for alignment with your truth and the beauty and the light of who you are. You shifted it because you are ready to see truth, to be in beauty, to be aligned with who you are. Imagine your whole body being engulfed with light, the light of the universal divine. And allow that light just to go through your whole body, enter through the crown of your head. Let it enter through your head, your crown, and just go through your third eye, your head, and just cleansing all that resistance that we connected with. Allow it to go through your throat. Any resistance from speaking your truth is just washed away and replaced with beautiful light, the light of truth, the light of beauty, the light of alignment. Now allow the light to go into your chest and fill your heart with unconditional compassion and love for your past, your present, and your future. Imagine now light coming in from the core of the earth, from the deepest core of the earth, and that light comes in and enters through the soles of your feet and come in and swirl through your ankles and your calves, just lighting up your legs, your knees and your thighs, giving you such a sense of security and stability and connection to the earth, connection to self. Imagine that light coming in through your pelvis. You're worthy, worthy of happiness, worthy of creativity and living life as fully as you like. Imagine that light coming in through your solar plexus. You are capable of achieving whatever your dreams are, whatever your desires are. And imagine this light coming into your heart and anchoring and filling up your heart, filling your heart with alignment with truth. The light from the earth meets the light from the universal divine and just fills your heart. And let go of any resistance, any fear, any pain, any self-doubt, all the emotion that you connected with, all of that imprinting. And we're going to create new beliefs. The belief that we're unconditionally worthy. every single one of us are equally unconditionally worthy. It doesn't matter where we came from. It doesn't matter our past. It doesn't matter what's happened to us. All that matters is that we are unconditionally worthy. And everything we've experienced is just guiding us towards this truth. A gift to guide us towards truth. And let's calibrate to the truth of our unconditional freedom. We are all unconditionally free. We are free to hold the beliefs we desire. We are free to think as we like. We are free to emit any emotion. And we are free to be who we would like to be. We recognize that we might not always feel free, and that our conditioning sometimes keeps us as free. But we will affirm our unconditional freedom and the journey to aligning with this unconditional freedom. And we are unconditionally love. And if love is distortion for us, we're peace. We are hope. We are happiness. We are joy. We are celebration. We are beauty. We are all unconditionally love. And again, our conditioning sometimes moves us away from this truth, but together we will journey to this truth and all three of the truths of our unconditional worthiness and freedom and love. You are all brilliant, and I applaud you in your journey. I celebrate your past. Celebrate everything your past has led you towards. I celebrate you for who you are. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are exactly where you're meant to be. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And I see your radiance. I see your beauty. I see your truth. I see your intentions. I see your love. Let's create the intention to align to our clarity, to recognize that we know. You know, I know, we know, and everything that unfolds in life is directing us to connect with our knowing. I'm going to pause for 2 minutes, give you the opportunity to let everything that we just felt, experienced, connected with, to calibrate. And if you have any intentions for yourself, anything that you want to create, acknowledge, or feel that I didn't speak to, just go ahead now. Just 2 minutes and feel into your body and calibrate and create the intentions that move you towards your unconditional worthiness, freedom, and love. I'll call you back in 2 minutes. Wonderful. And at this point, I hope you're enjoying tingling and awakening in your body, the alignment to the beauty of your light. I'm going to count to 5. And at 3, open your eyes, come back into the virtual room, and let's see how everybody's feeling, if there's anything you want to share. 1, 2, 3, open your eyes and come back in. 4 and 5. Ashley, you're so cute with the little emojis of the birds. They just did. Christine, I love how that cleansing rain happened during your meditation. And when you ended, the birds sing away. Christine, me too. I just loved it. Irie, thank you for the donation. I hope you enjoyed and got some insights that will guide you towards freedom. And I really hope that I didn't say anything that didn't honor your past. My intention is to honor you all and to see you all in a light of beauty. I see you all as strength. I see you all as power. I see all of your light. I see you all as powerful beings. And when I speak, I want you to see that power and that truth and that light. So I hope that it was received well, and if I didn't, let me know so I can make sure that I recalibrate in a place that aligns with your truth and aligns with your desires. Kat, feeling good, thank you. Kat, fantastic, me too. I think there was some really powerful insight for you and for everybody, I know, because everybody receives from other stories, but really interesting. And just have fun sitting with it. Don't overindulge, don't overthink, but just sort of enjoy the reflections and the awareness. When we start to recognize, like, oh, that's my worthiness. Oh, that's my freedom. Oh, that's my self-love or happiness. It's the biggest clue. It's amazing. So enjoy it, sit with it, reflect on it, and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Ashley, always a pleasure here. Thank you, Ashley. It's always, I just really enjoy the inspirations and really excited. I never know what's going to pop up. Never know what we're all going to say. Never know how it's all going to end. But, oh no, I do know how it's going to end. It's going to end with beauty. It's going to end with appreciation, two-sided appreciation, because you always tell me how you appreciate, and I really appreciate, and I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate everybody that speaks and everybody that doesn't. I appreciate everybody that shares and everybody that sits and later on says, oh, Manal, I was here and I didn't share, but I did it internally. I appreciate everybody that expresses in the ways that's true to who they are, and I appreciate you all. I appreciate, and I see all the regulars. I see you. I see the pictures at the bottom, and they always bring me smiles. Like I smile. I see you and I smile, and I love you. I hope you feel it when I look at you and see you and smile. Kat says, thank you, feeling so much. Brenda, feeling lighter. Cynthia's Christine, yes, beautiful, referring to the birds. Cynthia, oh, that's my self-love. Love your perspective, sister. Fantastic. Yes, I have so many sisters. I love my sisters. Sporty Jen, I don't have any blood sisters, just so you all know, but I have so many sisters. Sporty Jen with love. Christine giving Cynthia love. Cynthia, Manal, I'm always lifted higher when I spend time with you. Cynthia, that's my intention. My intention is for us always to end here. And we might do this along the way, and there's some times that I'm like, oh, feels electric in here, let's go into our bodies. And then after we release, we're just on such a high. I felt like we were on a steady high. You know, we may have had our blips and stuff, but I felt like today was really, today's positive. I would really love that if we could do like how I felt about a session versus how everybody felt, and see whether I'm calibrated to what's actually being received. It's so interesting, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm not at my peak, and then at the end everybody's like, wow, that was great. And then sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm on my A game. At the end, I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I was received. So I really would love to know of whether I'm a good objective calibrator to how it's being received. I would really love to do that, but I'm not sure how. Brenda, very positive, fantastic. I want you all to feel empowered. I want us all to love life, and I believe loving life comes through surrender, and surrender comes through acceptance. And however we get to there, whenever we get to there, it doesn't really matter. Let's just get there. On our route, it could be clean, it could be sloppy, it could be upward stair climbing, it could be cyclical, doesn't really matter. Everybody choose the way that you want to get there, and everybody's choice is perfect. Everybody's conditioning is what is meant to be. Everything is beautiful. You guys are all amazing, every single one of you, I look and I'm like, oh, you're beautiful. All your profile pics, whether it's your picture or a representation of something that means something to you, they're all beautiful. And I just get to see you all dancing along the bottom of my screen and the beauty of who you are. And I just feel so fortunate, so fortunate. Sporty Jen, your inspirations help me to become more aware and enabling to process with the four bodies. Fantastic, Sporty Jen. It's the intention. So I'm glad the intention is working. You guys are all brilliant. Okay, so the next two sessions we have, We Are Not Our Fault. And I think Sparty Jen, you were part of inspiring that title, We Are Not Our Fault. So on Thursday, we're going to talk about, oh no, it's actually Friday at 1:30. We're going to talk about We're Not Our Fault. We're going to talk about, hey, just like we talk about all the time, our past. And one of the beliefs that we hold to our past is that we are our fault, and releasing that is very inspiring. So we're going to do that on Friday. Next Tuesday at 9:30, same time as today, we're going to talk about trusting life. Last time, how many times ago did we talk about trusting our intuition? And then I realized, I want to go beyond our intuition. I really want to talk about trusting life, trusting ourselves, trusting at a bigger level. And then we have a whole bunch of topics that we wrote about doing that I'm going to set up probably today or the next day. Cutting connections to those who have from our past, those have passed away, working with anxiety, worrying about our health, creating better boundaries, creating better life boundaries are some of the topics that we talked about, that we will talk about, or that I will do in the next few weeks. Is there any sessions or anything that anybody is looking for? If so, Christine, excellent topics, she says too. Thank you. I did not pick them. You all did. Mary Alice, time to plays. Those ones I haven't scheduled yet. I'm going to schedule them before Friday. And on Friday, I'll announce when they are all. And I believe, Mary Alice, you follow me. And I think if you follow me, then you're going to get in your stream whenever I do a live stream. And I also post it in the Attaining Your Authentic Life group, which I know you're in. And I enjoy so much your reflections and contribution, Mary Alice. So I will have in there, what I'll do actually is when I create them, I'll put them in the group as well. I usually do it the day before. And then I'm trying to make homework before and after to get us engaging. But I'll also, when I schedule them, I'll put them in the group as well and say, hey guys, I've scheduled this one. So if there's a topic that anybody wants or anything that anybody would like, manifesting. Jessie, I do love manifesting. And manifesting is one that I sometimes call creating. And I also don't always know what people believe. Like, I do not like to tell anybody and tell any of you what to believe. Like, I really believe that your beliefs are your beliefs, and there's too many people already telling you what to believe or not to believe. So even when I say you're unconditional, worthy, and free and happy, and if you want to believe it, go ahead, do it. If you don't. But I really believe that's what we're here for. And so, but I don't want to ever make you believe anything. So I'm not always sure if everybody believes in manifesting or not. I personally do. So that's why I call it creating the life that you desire, or something, or attaining, because it feels like somebody that's goal oriented or effort oriented, they might align with it, but I do believe in manifesting, and I would love to do one about manifesting because I think it's fascinating, and it's all the things that we talk about. It all requires alignment, and alignment comes from surrender and acceptance of all is. I am. Boom. So Jesse, there was a mini lesson on manifesting, but we'll do a big one. I wrote it down. How to create one's life within to a life of possibilities. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is that what you want to call it instead of manifesting? How to create one's life. Can I say how to create one life with unlimited possibilities, Jesse? Perfect. So do you want me to write it Manifesting 101? How to create one's life with unlimited possibilities? So then I hit both. How does that feel? Perfect. Okay, good. Fantastic. I love when we leave with a title. It makes me feel like we accomplished something big. Which we did. I love them. Christine, sounds great. Fantastic, Christine. Okay, you guys are all brilliant. I love you all. Thank you so much for being on this journey. Thank you for your desire for growth. Thank you for your love, because I can feel it. I feel it all the time. And for being you. I don't know if that sounds sort of cliche, but it doesn't matter, because for being you, you're all amazing. So if there is nothing else, Christine with her beautiful, colorful hearts, Jesse with his heart, with hearts as well. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, everybody. You're all amazing. See the hearts on the right as well. Thank you. We will see you all soon, hopefully on Friday in the group, wherever it might be. My love, always.